Welcome back. You're on Expresso, only on SABC3, and this is your youth sports segment. We are talking schoolboy rugby and some of the best at that. I'm very excited to have in studio with me the captains of the respective first teams of Wynberg Boys High, Justin Scott, Sax, Cameron Calder, and Rhonda Bosch, Dani Crano. Gentlemen, welcome. They're about to do battle at the annual Wynberg Boys Rugby Festival. Justin, I'm going to start with you. You're obviously hosting a lot of great sides. How important is it for your team to come out tops in this tournament? Obviously, a lot of pressure on you guys.
Yeah, there's a lot of teams at the tournament. I think it'll make our name big, especially that we're hosting the tournament. I think it's going to be important for us to lead the tournament by winning both of our games, set the example for the rest of the teams.
Dani, a bit of a tough schedule playing in a tournament like this, and we've seen a lot of great festivals. Playing in tournaments as opposed to preparing for your normal season, is it quite a different thing? How do you prep for a tournament like this?
Well, festivals like this, you generally include a bit more players, so it's all about giving the younger guys also a run that will carry you through for the rest of the season. So it's a great opportunity to build momentum going into the rest of the season.
Cameron, Sax have had some mixed results, but last weekend was a fantastic weekend for you. You guys, I think, can I say, are the favourites for the tournament? Do you want to wear that label?
Yeah, I guess you could give us that label. Going into the season, I think we have high hopes for Sax. We haven't had the greatest seasons in the past, but I think we're going to push through for a big one this one.
What's different this year?
I think it's the players. We have great spirits in the team. I think the bond in the team is just so big that we're just all mates in that team.
Then just with a tournament like this where you get to play against some of the top schools in your region, what does it mean for the team in building their confidence and building that team spirit, do you think, bro?
Yeah, I think it's a big boost to us. I think if the guys come out on top of each game, it boosts their spirit for the rest of the season. Gives us a lot of confidence to go into the rest of the season with.
Dani, you know, we've seen him. I was completely blown away at the last youth rugby day I went to at Western Province, where you've got sort of 6-team management. It's a different ball game now. Youth rugby isn't what it was in my day. It's now, there's a lot of pressure on you guys. Do you find that, is it a different kettle of fish? Do you still feel like a schoolboy rugby player?
Well, I heard one of our previous coaches and one of the old boys said that second team rugby is what first team rugby was 5 years ago, although I don't think schoolboy rugby players actually notice it. But surely if they say it, then schoolboy rugby has picked up, and that can only be good for SA rugby going forward.
All right, and we're going to deal with the Johannesburg schools, guys. Hey? Summarily. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you so much for joining us. We're going to be chatting to more of our first team captains heading down to the Wynberg Boys Festival in the second youth slot this morning. We'd love to hear your thoughts, especially if you go to any of the schools we're featuring today. Post your comments on our Facebook page. All right, we're going to be catching up with the rest of the team. Let's see what's cooking. Welcome back here with Expresso, only on SABC3, as we get back into our youth sport lineup. Here on Expresso this morning, we're joined by two more captains taking part in the Wynberg Boys Rugby Festival over Saturday and Monday. From Redham House, Josh Byrne, and from Fishhook, Waden Mosenki. Guys, a very warm welcome. You know, before the cameras came on, they were punching each other and biting each other. This is a battle between Joburg and Cape Town. It's a great weekend festival. Waden, we're going to start with you. What does it mean playing in a tournament like this? Must be a great opportunity. I'm sure the team is pretty apt.
Yeah, well, we've come quite a long way to playing against like not that good teams. Okay, we've had such a small, quiet league, so playing against bigger teams gives us more experience. And for us as a small school, or like a small little team over there, playing against bigger teams pushes up our level of game. So normally when we play a bigger side, we play a better side than us, we intend to play the same as this, so our level reaches to their level.
It's a great opportunity because there are some of the best schools. We've got a couple of those top 20 schools. How's Redham's season going so far? You obviously marshalled things from number 8, the back of the scrum. How's your season gone so far?
Oh, it's been great so far. We've only played one game, but so far we won. And I think that's the most important thing, even though it wasn't by a lot.
Yeah, that's the kind of mentality you want to carry into a tournament like this. What are you expecting from the tournament? Have you set your guys some high standards? What are you expecting out of the two big games that you play this week?
Well, we're playing 2 games in total, and hopefully we're planning on winning both of them. But we'll see how it goes. And we're playing on Saturday and Monday. So
It's a tough ask playing against these top sides. I've seen that schoolboy rugby has taken some massive leaps over the recent years. Is it competitive out there? Tell us a little bit about schoolboy rugby at the moment.
Oh, well, you know, there's always a difference between, club rugby and schoolboy rugby. Schoolboy rugby is more fun. Like, you like the impact that's there, everything's fun, you can do what you want. I mean, it's constructive, you know. I mean, there's obviously like your phases and normal things, but I mean, there you have more of a chore with your mates, and it's pumping, because like you come from young and you play when you're young and you build it up and you build it up. So when you get to first team, you're like, oh, it's my mate. So it's always fun to play together with each other. It's like a brothership when you play schoolboy rugby.
Well, you've seen that with the Stormers. I think that's what's carried them through. Without captains, they've lost, I think, 3 in as many weeks, but it looks like they play for each other. As a captain, how do you marshal your forces? How do you get your team inspired?
Well, I think the most important thing is to just keep them motivated throughout the game, and as long as you can do that, they'll seem to perform, and hopefully will perform for you as well as you as a group.
What kind of rugby do your teams play? And I'll put this on to you in a second. How would you describe the kind of play that Redham put out in the field?
I would say very much attacking rugby. Our defence is also based on a very good, strong line. And with that, we try and do the best we can. And that's all we can do, really.
All right, now, guests, you know, have a squiz there through the camera. How would you describe your team? How, you know, are you attacking, defensive?
On defense, we good, standard. Like, defensive-wise, our best attack is our defense. But when we attack, we make sure that we penetrate every gap, every run that we do, we make sure it's 100%. So everything we do, if we make the mistake, we pick our heads up and just do it again. Because the best thing to do is to come back after you've just made a mistake and fix your mistake and then penetrate that gap. So we make sure that we do everything 100% before we give up.
Oh, man, I can't wait to see you guys out in the field. We'll be there filming all of the action on Saturday. Good luck, gents. It's going to be a tough tournament, but great to see you down here. Thanks, mate. All right, Liesl is standing by to continue this absolutely fabulous Freedom Day Friday.
Stay with Expresso and SABC3.